Hello and welcome to my presentation titled Introduction to the Economy of Saudi Arabia and the Other GCC Countries. My name is Eric William Wellstrand. I am currently a commercial intern at the Royal Norwegian Embassy in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The purpose of this presentation is basically to sum up what I've learned. I've been here now in Saudi Arabia for 4 months, and this presentation covers most of the things I have learned about Saudi Arabia and the region in the past 4 months. It is an introductory presentation, and it covers basically all the different sectors important in the economy of Saudi Arabia, which of course means there won't be an extremely detailed sector analysis. It is an introduction and an overview. As the title says, the main focus will be Saudi Arabia. The embassy here in Riyadh also covers Oman and Yemen. I do not, however, work extensively on the other GCC countries, as they are covered by our embassy in Abu Dhabi. Regardless, I have included information from the other GCC countries to give a more complete regional picture, and I also used examples from other countries where I believe it is useful. Please bear in mind that I have taken most of my information from regional media. I have tried to double check all important numbers and key figures, but mistakes of course might occur. Also notice the date. All information, unless specified, is to the best of my knowledge up to date as of approximately the end of November 2011. Finally, I would like to make one thing clear. This is a personal presentation created by me. I have said that I work at the Norwegian Embassy here in Saudi Arabia, but all beliefs and statements made in this presentation are my personal. They do not represent Norway, the embassy, or its other employees. Here you see the outline of my presentation, how I've divided to split them up. Each section is supposed to be as much as possible a standalone section. It is a separate file, and you can listen to each one of them without listening to the previous sections. Of course, I highly recommend to listen to the whole presentation and to do it in the correct sequence. I will use details from previous sections without repeating myself, so there is some value lost if you listen to, for instance, section 3 before listening to, or especially say section 5 before listening to section 2, for instance. This is section 0, which of course is the purpose and the outline. Section 1 I've titled Introduction to the Region. If you see, I also included the time of the presentation. Section 1 is 17 minutes long. It covers the GCC, as the Gulf Cooperation Council. It will be like a regional introduction. It also covers the basic facts about Saudi Arabia. Section 2 is oil and gas, which of course is what this region is most famous for. It's 21 minutes long. Section 3 is titled Economic Diversification and Industrialization Part 1. Part 1 will cover the regulative developments in Saudi Arabia and also the industrial cities and the newer economic cities. Section 4, Economic Diversification and Industrialization Part 2, covers the success stories, basically, specifically petrochemicals when it comes to an economic diversification, and one with the biggest potential, which I believe is mining. Section 5 is the title Domestic Energy Usage and Power Production. This is in fact one of the biggest challenges here in Saudi Arabia. It's therefore one of the biggest sections, 25 minutes long. Section 6 covers construction and transport infrastructure. Section 8, education and the labor market. Section 7, education and the labor market. Section 8, banking, finance and the healthcare sector. And in section 9, I'll summarize the most important things from the previous sections, and I'll also try to give a complete picture of what will happen or what's going to go on in Saudi Arabia for the next couple of years and also in the long term. Please note that I actually changed some of the sequence, which means 1 or 2 places in the presentation I will be referring to a section and I'll use the wrong section number. The names, I'll always include name and number, and the names are always correct. So if I refer to economic diversification and industrialization part 2, that is the one. But I believe it's 1 or 2 places I refer to it as section 5. I'm sorry for that, and I hope you'll enjoy my presentation. Thank you very much.